Who are you and what you're doing? Why are we doing this?
I'm an engineer. I'm a tattoo artist, man.
What is your background though? Like originally, let's go way back before Bulldog. Let's go before the lifting. Let's go before the ink.
Yeah.
What were you? What builds you? Because like I feel like when you have that many platforms running, like an identity becomes built for you, right? Yeah. As compared to nobody even knows who you are, what you do, cars, like all that passions, right?
Interests kind of change and stuff like that, and then you end up like tattooing live on a podcast. I don't think that's ever been done before. Tattooing live on a podcast. So that's the first Sane Soldier project and SinghInks.
Have you ever done something like this?
So I haven't done it live on a podcast, but I've done it on like a live stream
with the Parm versus the World, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that was so jokes.
Jokes.
I know, man. That guy, bro. I see his videos, man. Like this guy just looks like a fun guy to be around.
Yeah. 100%.
Like he's just never not on. But yeah, man, talk us through how did you get into this from like what you were doing before this? You know what I mean? Like how did it end up being like SinghInks, lifts, doing all that kind of thing? Business wise, whatever it was.
At the end of the day, like, I come from an immigrant family.
Yeah.
Parents raised us to want to be doctors, engineers, lawyers, stuff like that. Like just so you have good careers and you make good money.
Safe, right? Yeah, I understand for sure.
Exactly. No one, especially as a brown kid, you don't wanna wake up and you're like 9 or 10 years old and you're like, yeah, I want to be a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
No one thinks that. No one's ever said that.
Yeah.
So being younger, I actually wanted to be a pilot. Then I was super into animals, so I wanted to become a veterinarian.
Sick.
So I went to University of Guelph. And then once I realized I would have to put my hand in weird places. I'm not doing that shit. So that's where fitness kind of got introduced into my life. Fitness was one thing that I used to be able to use to like cope with everything, especially young, like almost early 20s, like
go through your shit. Yeah, 100%.
Go through your shit. Fitness is one thing that you kind of like, you go to the gym, you kind of let steam off,
Bro, it's better than like using like alcohol and shit for that. 100%.
Yeah, it's therapy, bro.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. So that was like the therapeutic thing for me, and I got like super into fitness. And this is the time when like Instagram was starting to grow. People started to be on Instagram. I remember when I started posting videos, like Instagram still used to be like one of those fucking block structures.
Square.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's when I kind of started posting videos, started seeing like a lot of YouTubers catch traction in the fitness field, industry and stuff. And art was something I was always really good at ever since I was a kid. It kind of came natural to me because my dad did oil paintings. When he was younger, he was a really good artist. I was a really good artist, like sketching, drawing, oil paintings, photography, videography.
Very cool.
Like we were talking about cameras. I was always good at that type of shit. It was like, when you know you're good at something without trying. Yeah. It's like one of those try hard kids at school.
Yeah.
Like, good at math.
It kind of just comes to you.
Yeah. But it also has like you know when something comes natural to you, and I think only later in life you can kind of start connecting those dots and be like, oh, like I'm good at XYZ because of my knack for artistry, or I notice details because I'm a good artist, right? Because even like people who, let's say, are math oriented, right? They have abilities to pick up on different things. So as a kid, you don't know, you're just like, oh, I'm good at this, right?
Yeah.
So you went into artistry, but you were still doing in like uni.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, my goal was never to like be in the art industry.
It's hard to like be like, if you're good at like math, then you're pretty much like, yo, I'll be able to go through university with this math knowledge and skill, and I'll be able to get a job, and I'll be like good to go, But if somebody's like, yo, I'm good at like gym, and it's like, okay, like now what am I gonna do with this? You know what I mean?
Exactly. So those were the things. I was like, okay, what am I good at? I'm good at working out.
Yeah.
And then I'm good at art. Those are the things I'm naturally good at. But what is it that I'm gonna do that's gonna make me money?
Yeah.
How do I turn this? Question that every single person when they're growing in their early 20s has, right? Yeah. That is the biggest confusion in every young person's life, even now, even if you're like in your late 20s, mid 20s, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what I started to do was what really inspired me was like watching a lot of YouTubers. This is when social media was starting to catch a lot of traction online. A lot of YouTubers were using cinematography, photography, stuff like that, to create content for their businesses. And that's what started to kind of click with me a little bit. Because what was I good at? I was good at art, and I was good at not necessarily marketing, but like using art as a form of like to present myself, to
it's an expression, right?
Exactly, to express myself. That's perfect. So when I started to do social media, I never started posting like vlogs or anything, any of that type, because that type of stuff was not on trend. It was mainly like whoever looks the coolest in pictures or videos and stuff. That type of shit was going on, right?
The really like posing kind of stuff.
Exactly. So I started to play around with the cameras. I took photography and videography a little bit in high school, and like part-time after university days, I would go to the gym and I'd shoot like cinematic videos of me working out and stuff. And this is when even like in Brampton or like the Brampton community, no one was really doing fitness type of stuff. This is like, I'm talking 2015, 16, man.
But so on that, like, did you think, were you a confident kid too, or like, were you always confident? Because to set up a camera in a gym, or you know, to act on these things, I think like on the flip side, everyone also thinks like that when they're young, right? Because dreams are big, the sky is the limit, and you're like, oh, like I want to be like this person, PewDiePie, like freaking Ray William Johnson's, like these big guys who were like, you know, taking over the internet. How did you kind of see yourself, and how did you actually like put that first camera up? Were you?
Yeah, no, did you have like everyone is okay with. If you're wanting to start posting on social media, everyone's like, yo, cool, he's doing his thing or her thing. Like he's trying to do like, oh shit.
It's almost harmful if you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like now that is. But when we were younger,
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
Now it wasn't like that, yeah.
It was like, yo, you're that weird person who posted like,
yeah. You were a sore thumb, right? Because like everyone saw that camera stand up and stuff. So,
but I think the biggest blessing, which I didn't think was a blessing in my life at that time, was the fact that I didn't have many friends. And that, I think, was the biggest blessing. Reason, because I didn't give a fuck about too many opinions, because I didn't have too many friends around me.
Yeah. Right.
To, you know, ask for opinions.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, even in high school, like I was overweight. I was the kid who was like not cool, you know, like not too many friends, like very select amount of friends who still stuck around by me now, right? But that's when I kind of started social media, and then once it was kind of started to gain traction a little bit, even then, like people thought it was like a little bit weird, like doing this, that.
The culture was different on social media back then, right? Yeah.
So my biggest motivator, you can kind of say, was getting into watching a lot of YouTubers grow their businesses, build a brand out of themselves, and just envisioning that. And as an artist, that is the best ability that you have. You're able to envision things. For example, let's say if I'm doing your tattoo right now, I already have a vision in my mind exactly how it's going to turn out. All I got to do is just put in the work to get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what the artist ability kind of teaches you. So when I was younger, I was just envisioning all these things, you know, me driving whatever car that I want in the future, becoming a car guy, right? Or me kind of having success through social media and like doing my thing, and kind of just like having that vision in my head all the time.
Yeah. And then put in the work to like get it done.
Exactly. And back in the day, like no one was really making like podcasts about like manifestation, law of attraction, none of that shit. Like
no, man, that kind of came like super fast, and nicely enough too, because it was like, you know, nobody really had. It's like mental health, right? Whether we all went through it on our own way, like you said, you know, you started using the gym for it and everything.
Exactly.
But we never really knew what it was. It's funny, I joke about this all the time. I'm like, yo, I actually didn't know what the word anxiety meant up until like a few years ago. Because everybody threw around that word, I'm anxious, I have anxiety.
It felt like
something
something.
Like, what is anxiety? You know what I mean?
It felt like something that you need to be like clinically like it was like very binary. Now it's like, because people throw that word around so loosely, it's almost like anyone can be an anxious. Like if you're anxious, that doesn't make you someone who like you don't have anxiety like that, right?
Anxiety. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I think it's like the softness kind of brought out this age of mindfulness.
Exactly.
Right. Because like our parents and like the generations above us kind of built off of being tough and being hard.
They had anxiety too, right? They just didn't know it, or they didn't recognize it, or put like a name to it.
When you start categorizing things,
they just work through it, right? It is what it is, bro. That's life.
So what, like, I think you're at the part where, you know, the veterinary school and stuff like that. Like, where does it go from there to filling the gap of where you're sitting right now?
Exactly. So let's say when I'm working out, right? Like a lot of these young kids, they come up to me and go like, hey bro, like, how do I get started with my passion? Do I drop everything? Do I drop school? Do I drop my day job and just go into it? And the biggest thing I tell them is don't drop anything until your passion starts feeding your main hustle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Segue.
Exactly. So when I was basically doing art, and again, tattooing was like that came way after, right? But when I was doing social media, when I was putting fitness content out, when I was pursuing my passion, so-called, at that time, I still had my day jobs. I was still working odd jobs like washing cars, you know, in and out, packing boxes, Amazon, just doing like odd jobs.
To like make money, just to make some money, 100%.
While still being in school, and then any extra time that I had left, I'll be at the gym shooting content and making videos.
Okay.
Until my passion started to become more and more and more clear, but more you kind of feed into it, more you drive into the fog, the clearer the vision gets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you start to see the road in front of you a little bit closer, 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 right? So until your passion starts paying the bills, don't drop anything else you have. Treat your passion like a side hobby. Feed the extra time that you have into it, the extra money, the extra time investment that you have into your passions. And then when the passion starts taking over your other side hustles and your other main jobs, that's when you feel like, all right, I'm on the right path, I'm doing something right.
Plus, the way to do it is to like it's just to do something.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's like, yo, what's step one? What's step two? I'm like, yo, like don't forget all that. Just do something. It might be the wrong move, it might be the right move, but at least you've done something, and now you can actually say that, like, you know, you've progressed 1% forward.
I think one thing I've always like, two things that you touched on that like really blew an alarm in my head was that like the fog, right? Like I think the fog, the path unfolds when you walk it, right? And that ties into like my second point, which is that what Matab was saying of like, you know, you have to do something, because I think direction is more important than speed. People are trying to like now just catch that vibe, like the fastest thing I can do, and then they burn out, right? Like, I'm gonna try this thing, I'm gonna try that thing, and I'm like that sometimes. But if you have the right direction, it doesn't matter what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you're trying X, Y, Z. Let's say all of those maybe don't come to 100% fruition. They will still segue and lead into the opportunities. If you're in a room, like we're in a room with you today, right? By the end of this conversation, who knows what the plan is going to be for next week, right? But you're not doing anything, then those things don't unfold, right?
Yeah, you just gotta like commit. You gotta commit to something.
Just do something.
Because everybody wants like this like A, B, C plan.
No,
exactly. I'm like, it doesn't exist, man. Especially when you're going out and doing your own thing, whether it's content or business or whatever it may be. There's no like one-step guide kind of thing. You just have to do it and figure it and fuck it around and you'll get direction.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you'll get direction. It'll take you somewhere.
Because I have nothing against like school. But what does school sell? School doesn't sell money. School doesn't sell futures. School sells security. School sells, I don't have to think now. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this degree, I'm gonna land this job, and that's it. That's the whole idea in my opinion.
It's to make employees.
The education system is selling. Okay. So when most people go into education, they kind of think that, okay, you know, there's like a set plan for me, right? And again, for people who are doing that and it works out great for them, all respect to those people, because that alone is a crazy hustle itself. Right? So when you're pursuing your own path, whenever you're doing business, whenever you're doing social media and stuff, there's no set plan. You know, there's a lot of people who have, like, maybe now it's a little bit different, but a lot of people have done it and you kind of like, you know, follow the footsteps.
There's like inspiration out there. That's
exactly. There's a lot more inspiration out there, but like especially at the times that we kind of started, there was no set plan to do anything exactly what the outcome's going to be. So you just fuck around and find out, right? And that is the biggest risk, and I feel like the bigger risk has the best rewards, right? So that was the kind of mindset that I kind of went into, like the fact that you asked me that question, like what made you want to, you know, drop everything and kind of know your path. I didn't know my path until even like a couple of years ago, to be honest. It was just like I kept exploring it, feeding into my passion money-wise, feeding into my passion time-wise. And eventually it just starts to clear up, man.
How old are you?
I'm 28 now.
28, right?
So how's that been, like doing something like tattooing, right? As like a Punjabi kid, right? Super non-traditional. How's that been, like the growth, whether it's like from your family or the community or friends or whoever it may be? Like how is that kind of like having to like break out of that a little bit to be like, yo, like this is something I want to do and I can actually make money from it and, you know, create like a whole kind of thing from it?
So when I first, again, I was an artist, but I never saw tattoo as an art. I actually hated tattoos myself. It's kind of hard to believe, but I was one of those people, why put a bumper sticker on a Bentley? There you go. That's the mindset that you kind of grow up in a brown household. Right? It's like, we'll do tattoo when I do.
It's like
has a stigma.
Yeah, that's the stigma that you kind of grow up with as a brown kid, especially in our generation, or our parents' generation, because our grandparents' generation was completely fine with tattooing. Right?
It's wild.
Have you ever thought about that? Our grandparents' generation is fine. You go ask your grandparents if you want tattoos, most of them will probably say a word or two, but they'll be more comfortable listening to you than your parents. Because when the corporate jobs came into play, that's when tattooing became
Yeah. Taboo.
Exactly. You know, like a taboo or like, you know,
Like gang,
exactly.
like who's a gangster, kind of rebellious person, whatever. Yeah.
But if you go into the history of tattooing is very it's not just an art like it is now. It was a form of communication. It was a form of status. It was a form of
Storytelling.
tribal. It was a form of storytelling. There's a lot. Tattoos go way back to human history, right?
Yeah.
So trend is something that kind of goes in and out. So when I got my first tattoo, that's when I kind of started understanding tattoo as an art and not as just something criminal oriented or to be cool oriented.
Yeah, like you don't associate yourself with something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how I kind of got started. I used to hate tattoos myself.
Most people would be interested to know, and including us, like, can you break down the artistry of a tattoo and what goes into it? I've seen you, like, you do education on your page, right? What does, like, needle depth and, you know, break that down, like, instead of just like being able to trace, right? And because that's what people think. That's what I thought when I was a kid. And at one point I thought they free for all. I'm like, damn, I would never get a tattoo if I had to trust someone's free for all.
Some tattoo artists that have like
freehand.
I used to watch Ink Master. I love that show.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned like some artists can like do the same tattoo. The two artists can do the same tattoo, and one of them can like completely traumatize the skin.
100%.
And the other one can and the other one's like not in that much pain.
So what,
right?
Like high level, like what are some of like the things that, you know, we as your canvas right now and you know, people that you've tattooed, like what goes into that they don't even know that like what you're doing, which maybe a guy who just started but can make a really pretty picture and is like good at drawing
that on somebody's skin forever.
Right? But knowing the angle, when to re-ink, you know, I don't even know the question. So what goes into it?
I see tattoo as almost like a surgery to the skin. Because at the end of the day, you're playing around with someone's skin. And it's permanent on top of that, right? So there's a lot of technicality involved in tattooing. Needle depth, how fast the needle moves, the voltage, the type of machine you're using, understanding the machine that you're using, person's skin pigmentation, all these factors play such a massive role in tattooing. So when I'm teaching the students that I'm teaching how to tattoo, at first I teach them how to specifically understand the technical side of tattooing, right? Almost like the physics of it. And then we focus on the art aspect. Because skin is not like paper. You can't grab an eraser and just start erasing it if you mess up. Right? And especially when you're tattooing someone, there's limited time range that you have. Not limited time range in the sense that, okay, I need to finish the tattoo in this time range. But if your machine's speed is too high, you're going to damage the skin to a point where it's not reversible. Okay. Or if you go too deep into the skin, the ink can lead into someone's bloodstream. Cause like actual pigmentation change in the skin.
And it can like
very dangerous.
It's like it can also splatter, right? Like it's what's
it's
that?
Called a blowout.
Blowout.
Blowout. One, like this is blown out a little bit right there. You see that?
Exactly.
That's blown out.
And the reason why we don't do tattoos like that on an area like that,
the wrinkles.
Is, again, knowing your stuff is like because the area has so many curls and bends over there, it's never gonna heal.
It's kind of spread.
Do people often come in with like ideas and you know like I want to get this sick piece and like the like you just straight up say no because of like the location and like just factors like how often does that happen?
I think my best thing to say to that is like whenever an idea is actually good and I say it's good, but whenever it's stupid I just say it on their face a lot.
Let's go into that. It's funny stuff.
Because like some people have come with fucking horrendous shit, right? And there's no way I'm tattooing that because like the last thing I want is like
your name on it.
Saying tattoo there.
I'm like, look at this fucking black dot I got on my arm, yo.
So I can't have that.
It's a reputation at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Whether it's good or bad, he may love the tattoo, but it truly is not a good tattoo.
Plus, you also know like more than you know past the excitement of what they're thinking, right?
Yeah, because you probably got like a bunch of like these kind of like, you know, brown guys that come in, they're like, yo, I want like AK-47 across my chest. And you're like, yo, that's a great idea.
Kanda, share, half combo.
I want a Kanda going to AK-47, and then I want a middle finger in the middle. It's like sick, yo, that's badass, but like, you're not getting that done here.
Even when it comes to, like when tattoos are super basic, I'm straight up with someone, I was like, listen, this is hella basic, let me actually redesign it for you and make it look a little bit better. Okay? But when it's like straight up like this dumb,
what's like
what is a dumb
tattoo? You don't have to call anybody up, but like what's some guy that came through or a girl that was you were just like, bro, what is this guy thinking?
So one time I had there's so many scenarios. I'm trying to remember like the most perfect one. Just so I don't like.
You give us a bunch, man. We don't even care. Yeah.
Watching like
Start. All these fucking guys watching the podcast.
You're like, fuck, yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say like, what if you start describing what's
You'd be like, yo, he came in listen this date. Tall guy.
This is the video I posted.
Here, I'm gonna link it here. This tattoo.
I think the most weirdest one was I called this a serial killer tattoo.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So the weirdest thing was this guy comes in and I think he had like a weird aura to him too. This is when I was at my other studio and the store was closed and I was in like a back room, small back room tattoo. Guy comes in, he's like, yo, I want like smiley, right? I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So he showed me a picture, like a bunch of smiley faces and shit. So I tattooed at least like 15 smiley faces on this guy's hand.
Oh.
And then he got smile written. S-M-I-L-E.
Yeah.
On like his fingers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This guy's some
that's the type
Joker
of
shit.
This guy's about to show someone that he's about to kill someone or something. Smile.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it's
Why
just
so
gave
serious,
off a
bro?
really weird vibe.
Yo, yeah. That's
But that is when I kind of started tattooing too, so I was just trying to gain experience.
right.
Yeah.
Just do what you can, right?
Yeah, so I just like tattooed a bunch of smiley faces on some random guy's hand, bro.
Yo, that's
That's
crazy.
the weirdest tattoo I think I've done in my entire life. Or actually, there was one time this girl came in. She wanted a tattoo inside of her ear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, which is kind of becoming common now, but back then it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing?
A lot of
Yeah.
blowout happens there, right?
A lot of blow
Yeah.
happens.
That's gotta
You're
hurt.
basically tattooing cartilage.
That gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the most painful spot to tattoo?
Anywhere where there's the most amount of bone and least
Bone,
amount of skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Like shin. Shin is
your
bad.
shin, yeah, your wrist,
Yeah.
your ankle, stuff like
But
that.
isn't it like bone hurts, but after a while doesn't it get numb? Like, cause it's just like it's like more like a
I
rattling.
cannot imagine getting my shin.
I've heard
tattooed.
like well, first of all, like I heard that anything inside on the
Yeah.
insides of your body,
Yeah.
right? So inner arm, bicep, that stuff hurts. But like,
Yeah.
like I've heard stomach really hurts because the organs, right?
Stomach is fucking crazy right here, man. And the chest.
No, stomach is really like.
I knew a tattoo artist when I met him in Hawaii, and he's like an active artist. And he said he started his own, like he started a stomach piece, a stomach and a chest piece,
Yeah.
and he couldn't finish it. He quit, like he didn't finish it.
Damn,
he
that
got all the
sucks.
outline done. It was like words, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was smiley, the word that he got.
Same guy. Same guy. did you check his hand, bro?
No,
You became a fucking tattoo artist after?
but he said he tapped out. He couldn't do it. It was way too painful. He passed
Do
out on one of them.
have you done any like big tattoos where you need to be you got to put numbing cream on?
Yo, honestly, I'm not a big fan of numbing cream. 90% of the time, I actually lie to people that I'm putting numbing cream on.
Nice.
And I end up putting a bunch of Vaseline on it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'll tell you.
You gotta earn your tattoo, bro.
Yeah. So one time I had this girl. She's doing a spine tattoo. Okay. And every single time I would touch her skin, she would like go off. She'd like, stop. I was like, bro, this is gonna take like 10 hours to do like an hour-long tattoo, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, listen, like, do me a favor. I'm gonna charge you just $50 extra today. And I'll use this illegal numbing cream that I have.
It's called a Vaseline.
You gotta like go to the washroom,
Yeah.
pulls out a Vaseline. I gotta get it from the back storage.
So she was facing down, right? Like, like she was facing down in the bed, so she can't see shit. And I knew it was a lot of a placebo effect.
Right.
So I took a fuck ton of like Vaseline and just like slapped it on her spine. And she's like,
Oh, it's
like,
worked.
that started to feel cool and stuff. Like, what do you apply? I was like, it's actually really good. You usually just don't turn around, just stay down, wait like 10 minutes, right? And if you move too much, then it's gonna like melt off.
It's gonna reduce it.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, for sure. And then after 10 minutes, I started tattooing. This girl didn't even like say a word.
That's crazy.
Because the placebo, it's like when your mind plays games on you, you can come in and say there's no pain.
I agree.
Because I've heard with numbing cream, it works for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then when it wears, it doesn't work for that long anyway. But then when it wears off, you get like a sudden rush of pain.
Yeah.
Because it all kind of comes at the same time.
Yeah, I mean it's
You
still.
guys sometimes is the funniest because like when their numbing cream wears off, they're like fucking swearing. So funny. And I have a couple of videos like that and saved them on
Yeah.
YouTube, but I can never post that type of shit.
He's got to blur out the face.
What is your like? So I was before I came in here, I was checking your stuff out for like what we want, and there's a certain style I think you do that is SinghInks.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was so shocked to, this is like a your flowers kind of, but like I was so shocked to see your range
Yeah.
of artistry, because you know you want to really post the big stuff and like these massive pieces, but like there's a lot of talent in other styles, right? Colored, fine, whatever, sleeves, patch, right? How did you develop that range? And like, I mean, you know, like I saw you go from something completely different. I'm like, oh, like I don't think he would be like that's not his style, right? Because every artist has like a style per se.
Yeah.
What is yours? And then how did you develop to have this like range? You know, you can bounce from so many things.
I mean, that kind of goes back to like how we kind of started off this podcast by saying like, how do you figure out like what you kind of want to do? And I feel like a lot of people get stuck in, especially our tattoo artists, they're gonna get stuck in, okay, yeah, like before I start, I want to figure out my style, like, you know, what I'm gonna do, or like what's gonna make me different.
Yeah.
No, man, just start. Like, you know, at least start, practice, do tattoos on people's skin, charge people $10 for a tattoo, like they'd be paying like $200 for.
Yeah.
Get experience, see what you're good at, see what you like, see what you don't like. Only way to figure it out is when you start.
Yeah.
So when I started doing like fine line. You know, I would get like a lot of girls getting like smaller like fine line tattoos and stuff, which was kind of trendy at that time too. And a lot of my videos at that time would go viral like with these fine line tattoos. I was known as like the fine line artist of Brampton, BT or whatever. And then it's every artist's dream to like, you know, be able to do like massive big pieces, big chest pieces, big back pieces, you know?
Big back.
Right? Huh?
Big back.
So that type of shit. So when that kind of started to play around, I've started to really get interested in, there's a style called Chicano, okay?
Yeah.
And that's very like blacks and grays and very bold.
It's a Mexican
What's it
style.
called, sorry?
Chicano.
Chicago?
Chicano.
Chicano.
Yeah. It's like Mexican style.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
cartel
yeah,
style, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking
Not cartel, let me take that back. It's Mexican style.
Yeah,
Gonna edit that part out.
Blur that out.
But
Pablo is after me or something.
Yeah.
We just got John Hollow, what's his face?
Yeah,
That,
right.
like,
They just arrested the FBI, that guy, Ryan Wedding.
anyway, yeah. So,
but yeah, like that's when you kind of start to figure out it's not what you like, what you're good at, what you're not good at. And that's where my interest about kind of came in the style of like having very bold pieces, very vibrant pieces, something that when you look at it, it doesn't look clustered. As soon as you look at something, it should pop
Right.
on your skin. You get what I'm saying? You should be able to understand what it is. You shouldn't have to fucking squint your eyes for 10 minutes to understand what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Only like people with a lot of color tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
That's not my style.
Because some of those sleeves, they blend into they almost blend into nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just looks like a bunch of wavy
Yeah.
stuff.
And that being said, like, I was also chasing for like something that's like kind of harder, because when you can do something that's more complicated as an artist, you can definitely do fine line, and then you can definitely do patchwork, right? That kind of falls like, no hate to people who are like trying to do fine liners, patchwork artists,
Sure.
but like, they
Yeah.
like if I can do this, I can do that. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
sure there's
your
levels
your
within.
technique is there to
Yeah.
do something so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you should be able to do like a text or a fine line tattoo piece.
And like there's also levels within those categories, right? There's people that are like there's levels to fine line, I'm sure, right? Where like someone, because I think fine line has some of the worst healing, you would say, right? Because it just like it's so thin and it falls out.
The reason why fine line has the worst healing is because everyone starts off with fine line, and a lot of these people like who are getting tattoos and stuff, they look for the cheapest artists. Oh, what are like $10 tattoo walks?
Because they'll be like, yo, like it's just like this one right there, right? That yin and yang. Like if somebody was like, yo, I'm gonna charge you $200 for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, get out of my face.
Exactly.
But somebody's like, yo, I'll give this to you for like $25, $50.
100%.
Because I'm like, yo, this is like should take you 10 minutes.
Because people think like tattooing is just like copy paste, put it in. No, man. There's a lot of technicality involved. If the tattoo, how the tattoo heals, is what determines the quality of an artist.
Yeah,
You know,
100%,
just the
yeah.
way the tattoo is looking in the moment.
Exactly.
I wish you could look like that when you
Yeah.
take off the second skin.
Yeah, exactly. So my biggest recommendation to those people watching and I want to get tattoos, never ever go get a tattoo based on price. Never go get a tattoo on vacation just because you want to get a tattoo in that country. Do your research on the artist. See what style he likes. What type of, how has his work healed? Is he on social media? Has he posted his work? Right? It's like doing your homework on the artist.
Of course,
And
it's
that
on you
is-
forever, right?
Exactly. It is the most important
Yeah.
thing ever. And that's why fine line tattoos, you see like the most horror stories is fine line tattoos. They're like fucking blown out. 3D looks like fucking black blob of ink. You know what I'm saying? So,
Preeti looks like that.
What a Preeti do, yeah.
Preeti didn't pay for the tattoo, bro.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's my biggest thing. Like,
How's it looking?
It's fire, man. This one stings more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe because it's closer to the elbow part,
Yeah.
or maybe it's just been a while since I got a tattoo, I guess.
Oh, sick.
Actually, what am I saying? I got one in like fucking May of last year.
Overall, what is your favorite style to tattoo, and then what do you think you're the best at as well?
As an artist, I feel like I can't answer that question directly, but every single time someone asks me, like a lot of people ask me this question, what's the most favorite tattoo you've done so far?
Even
and I say the
style.
one I did yesterday.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be this one, I hope.
yeah. So style would be just doing massive pieces. I feel like that's my I'm trying to make
Yeah.
that like my main thing, which it is at this point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people fly all over, like bro, a lot of people coming from like UK, London, this, that, and not many people are gonna fly to get a small tattoo done. you know?
No.
So,
Yeah.
It's expensive, man.
yeah,
They've done their research. They know why they're coming.
exactly. So that's what's up. That's like my style, like doing massive, bigger pieces.
Sick.
Yeah.
Full pieces, like blacks and grays, and something that pops on your skin.
And then tell me, because I'm curious too, because
Yeah.
I want to get like a Japanese style later on, and I want to incorporate colors in there. And I was chatting just last night about this exact topic. It's like, what do colors fade faster, or
Yeah, but
they do, eh?
yeah, just because like what exactly is a tattoo? Tattoo ink is pigmentation. If you blend pigmentation, the pigmentation is gonna fade. Yeah, it's definitely gonna fade. You get what I'm saying? If you like put red in a brown,
Oh, it'll turn like hue.
Yeah,
the
oh,
hue
fair
changes.
It'll start to turn like the shade will start
Yeah.
to like disappear on you a little bit.
Those are naturally fades anyways, right? Like then they kind of like
Tattoos.
Yeah.
on top.
I feel
yeah.
like red. I
No,
feel like.
if the tattoo's done right, then they're not gonna naturally just fade off. Like,
So
is that right?
how do you define something that's done right though? Like what's the like the big
Like, what's your advice? Like if somebody's like getting their first or their fifth tattoo, right? Besides like obviously not finding the cheapest guy or whatever, right? We can even get into like some
how do
funnier
you know
conversations. Yeah.
someone knows their shit, right? Like based off their, some people say that some artists have better ink, right? Better quality ink. Some
Yeah.
people say that, some people tattoo way too slow, way too fast, the depth. Like what is a big factor you would say defines a great artist?
the biggest misconception that people have is having better ink. There's no such thing as better ink.
Oh, really, eh?
Because ink is not that expensive. One. Second, 99.9% of the artists use the exact same ink.
Yeah, I've told you this too, right? Yeah, it's all the same shit.
No.
Yeah, like ink isn't what like makes a tattoo better or worse. It's a person doing the tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my recommendation would be
Not the saying. It's not the
Bro,
ink. It's the saying.
It's not
the
it's not the exactly, bro.
It's the saying
Shout out
behind the
SinghInks,
ink.
yo.
Yeah.
so my biggest recommendation would be look up the guy, yo.
Yeah.
If there's no
But like, what are they doing that makes like you say it's the person, right?
Even
but
if let's say I was like walking to a guy's shop, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, look, I'm looking to get this piece done.
Let me ask you this, bro. Before you start dating a girl, you do your research on her, right? So this is the same thing with a tattoo artist. Trust me.
But yo,
So date your tattoo artist.
No, not date. Well, if the tattoo artist is not good, you're not gonna date the tattoo
but yo,
artist.
how do you do a research on a? What if you're like, you just walk into a shop and you want to get a tattoo right there, right?
Yeah.
Or even
Maybe
finding.
don't do that, yo.
You never get into a relationship the first date.
But yo,
Same thing with the tattoo artist, bro.
he's got a point. He's got a point.
Yeah,
So-
that's a crazy good analogy.
Yeah, you need to make sure that that person has some experience under his belt. They know what they're doing. They're passionate about what they're doing. And do your research. Like, ask other people.
So what do I look for?
Huh?
What do I look for when I'm looking at
for
the?
the quality of art. You kind of like, every person.
For somebody that doesn't even know like what's good quality, second quality, right? You're like double sleeved
But
up.
then you go like, especially now, right? You go on social media, obviously. It's
Yeah.
like the first thing.
Look
you
at their
go on
healed
Instagram,
work,
right?
right?
And look at their page, look at their Google reviews, like,
Like,
yeah, yo, just go to
Search up
SinghInks,
SinghInks
man.
and see how close that artist is to you, right?
Just go to SinghInks, yo.
Yeah. No. Okay. So that answers that. But then getting into
What's like tattoo no-nos? You've had like dudes come through and you're like, yo, I'm not about to tattoo this on you, kind of thing.
I don't mind when people come in high or stoned or whatever they're on.
You do mind or you don't?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Because like it's fine as
Doesn't
long,
that-
as,
but
long,
that
as,
makes
long, as long as they're under control.
Fair enough.
But sometimes there's these Brampton-mans who come in way too high out of their mind.
Oh my god.
Bhai, jo marji kar lo.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember I put a line on one guy and he's like, bro, why is there a line on my arm and shit?
Oh my god.
I was like, bro, we're about to tattoo. He's like, yo, my dad's gonna beat the shit out of me. I was like, Well then,
What are you doing?
you have a conversation with your dad.
That guy wasn't
What?
doing weed, yo.
Yeah.
He's doing some next shit.
No. And then he's like, yo, I took the gummies and shit. It just hit.
Oh
I was
my
like, oh fuck. This is like I'm almost like halfway through a tattoo.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
You probably start, but that makes it more painful though.
Yeah. So
The
actually,
weed.
yeah, exactly. So the weed, same way like when you take weed, it makes your food taste better.
Yeah.
It makes your pain receptors also go up. Right?
Interesting.
Oh, that would be
So-
painful, man.
Think about that. Like when your pain receptors go up, pain is also gonna go
Yeah.
up, right? And with the alcohol, it thins your blood level, so you
bleed
start
more.
bleeding a little
Yeah.
more.
Coming to a tattoo drunk would be crazy, man.
Bro, there's so many people that would start drinking while they're getting tattoo here with me, but I only let them drink when it's towards the end of the tattoo.
Fair
Yeah,
enough,
yeah.
Like take a, yeah.
Too
As like,
too late now.
as like a celebratory thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on like couples getting their tattoo names or whatever that they want to do matching stuff? What is that?
Like if you ask me personally, every couple is a little bit different, right? Like if you want to get your girl's name, you're solid with her, that's completely fine. That being said, there's a lot of like horror stories that like I've experienced, right? So I would, like the guy would come with the girl and almost like force her to get his name.
Oh my God.
Yo, I've heard of that. I've heard the girl do it to the guy.
No, it's actually always the other way around.
Yeah?
Especially in our community.
I know a guy.
It's like the pre-Roca.
Yeah.
It's like a
That got
Free
the
roll.
girl's name in like thick ink on his neck,
no way.
Jesus Christ.
and it's like in like high up on the neck, like closer to the ear.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And it's like chunky ink, bro. It's not like this. Bless you.
Bless you.
It's like a thick font.
No way.
Like the guy
Yeah.
had to go in and like color it in afterwards. Kind of
That's
thing. Yeah,
crazy.
it's not a small little dainty kind of thing.
No, like with me, it's been times where I am the guy who's doing the tattoo on this girl, and I'm also the guy removing that tattoo. Literally, a couple months after, with a different boyfriend in my same school.
Oh my
my
God.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
that's such a Brampton thing to happen.
Okay, so what are some like crazy cover-ups you've seen then?
Huh?
Like cover-ups? Because I know you do cover-ups too, right?
Yeah.
What is like an insane, like what was there before and what are they trying to cover up?
Well, most of the time it's like names and stuff, but like I kind of get like, it's like they're trying to take it out on like me.
Fucking motherfucker.
Cover it up in like the most like aggressive thing ever, like a snake or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't put a snake over your ex's name, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
oh, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to like have like hidden meanings and shit.
Put like a fucking gun on top of her, bro. She
like-
ruined my life.
Yeah, like my goal is to just get you covered up so your ex's name doesn't show.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not trying to fucking like put
Ruin
down
her
your
life.
ex,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're trying to plot with you together, bro.
Exactly.
Like
I'm not trying to plot your fucking whatever like is going on in your head.
You know what? I think yeah. I never thought it would, but now that I think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Cause like a name, if you get like a name, right? I don't know, bro. Let's pick a name.
Preeti.
Preeti.
Yeah.
No, man. Preeti is a good friend of mine. Jocelyn. Whatever, normal name.
Yeah.
And it's like just a text. It's easy enough to cover up to the point where you can be like, yo, it's whatever. It is what it is. And then if you want to get a tattoo, you get a tattoo to
Yeah.
cover it up. Like a snake, she ruined my life. Whatever.
So, but yo, like outside, like the tattoos and what we're doing right now, you also own a bulldog franchise,
Yeah.
right? And I've seen a lot of your content out from there. And then, as you know, you've told us that a lot of this started from the lifting, right? The lifting kind of started I can do something that isn't a conventional path,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
now, what else is there? Because working out is something that you can do, and it's always been like that, you're 5 to 9 kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me about not just the actual specific ventures, but how do you handle all three, right? You're here right now. Like, how do you handle different business ventures? Like in this day and age where anything can be a job and cash flow can come from anything.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? And where do your priorities lie? What's the goals going forward?
Honestly, you gotta have the right people in your life, and you gotta stop letting go of money. You gotta start letting go of some money.
Yeah.
You can't make every dollar that you think you earn.
Yeah.
And that was like my biggest lesson too, as like a young businessman, was when you kind of start getting into business, you need to make sure that you have the right team by you, because especially when it comes to hiring people, especially when it comes to having like a solid team around you.
Yeah, like all the kind of logistics around it all,
Those are
right?
the people that
Business
are gonna
part.
help you manage stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are gonna help you like save time where time needs to be saved, so you can prioritize on the things that you specifically can only do.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of manage Bulldog. I have like a solid team at Bulldog with me, and they're the ones who basically take care of the back end while I am busy tattooing sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And so, and setting that up though, right? Without, let's say, without like a free-for-all capital, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that, early businesses, you need to be wearing a lot of hats in the start and then you delegate? Or how do you go around that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Funny thing is, like, I think this is kind of off topic, but it is on topic at the same time. I had a kid yesterday come up to me. He's like, "I'm trying to open a franchise. How should I start?" And my biggest advice to him was, don't go into a franchise business unless you have extra money that you want to invest and just have a little bit of cash flow on the side. Especially as your first business, I think you should get on social media. You should build a brand out of yourself, and then do something with that.
Yeah.
And that is what's going to make you the most amount of money. I mean, that's what tattoo's done for me. I built a brand out of myself, not just through my art, but mainly just to build a brand out of myself. And that is what's brought me the most amount of out.
Yeah.
So in today's society, I feel like a lot of people kind of need to focus on that and building a brand out of what they can, who they are as a person, and then kind of use that and take your audience and invest it into people.
Yeah, I think people see franchises as this kind of like established, set up business thing for you, but when you really get into the logistics of a franchise, it's a lot more involved.
Oh yeah.
And it's not as much, depending on what it is, obviously it's not as much money as you really think it might be at the end of the day.
No.
Exactly.
So
what are your thoughts on face tattoos?
I have actually not done one single face tattoo.
Yeah.
But I have done a lip tattoo, like
On the inside?
Yeah. But those fade like so fast, right? That's what people are getting?
Within a week.
Yeah.
Oh shit, within a week?
All the saliva.
Exactly.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because think about it, like anatomically, or like it doesn't make any sense, right? Like look at where the tattoo is.
Yeah.
And they look like shit. Like even when, like they don't even look proper.
They're just for shits. Like a boyfriend and girlfriend gets them, and then like they're gone.
How do you like hold a person's lip open?
That must be awkward. Like
that was
20 minutes.
One time I did it, it was very awkward.
You're so close up into their face.
Yeah, exactly. It was very, very awkward, and I had to put like fucking 15 gauze in the shorty's mouth, and then hold it with one hand and tattoo it. I was like,
she's not holding it for you?
Well, she was a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, I need to have my hand stable.
How do you?
am I gonna-
But how do you dry it then? Just gauze?
The gauze.
The gauze, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's
yo.
gross. It's like what dentists do every day, but
Oh
I guess
yeah.
that's
That's,
why I don't wanna be a dentist.
that's what I call a slippery tattoo, yo.
Yeah.
It's a slippery tattoo.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think is the most like overdone tattoo right now? Like in the like overall, it doesn't have to be trendy,
yeah.
but yeah, like in general, like what do you think that what's like people come in and you're just like, oh man, another one. Yeah, shit. Okay, there we go.
That shade and the kanda. Like yesterday, I had this kid from Winnipeg come and he wanted to do a kanda with something, but instead of just like doing the kanda, I customized the design and made it a little bit more unique. You know what I mean? And that's what a good artist does.
The sheer and kanda. My favorite is the half sheer, half kanda. The sheer coming out of the kanda.
I would never do I hate doing basic tattoos. So even when people come with basic tattoos, I try my best to like customize it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you ever say like no to like if it's something that's just tattooed and you just don't want to do it? Like how do you respond to that?
So I get super cheesed when they come in and they start playing around with the design based on how much the tattoo's gonna cost. I was like, you really want to fuck around with the design of like a tattoo just because
It's not like a substantial amount of money, I'm guessing too. It's only like $10 here, $20.
Yeah. Like don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Like whatever's up and down, I'll cover it.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the tattoo that you want.
That's what I say as well. Every time, like for design wise, I'm like, listen, like I don't want to go back and forth with you for something that
For like $20, $50.
not even if it's but it's because I work in an industry that's something that's selling something forever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you're gonna get this forever, right? And tattoos are forever. I'm like, do you really want to? Like, is this money gonna matter to you in the long run? Right? Why you sit in this chair, know that you're getting exactly what you want, and whatever
And
it
even
comes
if you have
up
to
to.
save up for it, man. If you're getting like a big piece, they're expensive, of course.
Yeah.
Like save up for it, right? You're spending several $1,000s on a sleeve, for instance, or whatever it is. Like people have to, it's a financial thing as well. Right? Tattoos are expensive, so save up for it.
Yeah, because sleeves are definitely not cheap, especially the good ones. Last week, I had this guy come in, I'm like loaded with plants at this point, right? Like my whole fucking day is like back to back, and my brain's already fried.
Yeah.
This guy sits there for an hour at that couch with this girl, just chilling and shit. Comes in, he's like, yo, want this tattoo? I was like, no problem. So I got like one of my guys to design it. I'm about to put the stencil on. And he's like, okay, how much is the tattoo? I was like, it's going to cost you $700 to $800. He's like, that's not genuine. I was like,
What?
he's
That's
like,
not genuine?
Yeah, he's like, that's not genuine at all. I was like, okay.
What does that even mean?
You know, like if the guy goes like, yo, listen,
it's not a fair
like
price.
$700, $800 is out of my budget, bro. Like, can you do something better? Blah blah.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll do a tattoo for 5, 6, 7, like whatever it is. I'll drop the price. But if you're gonna sit there and fucking like act like the shit, right? And
Yeah.
be like, yo, that's not genuine at all, bro. Like, I'm not paying it. And that literally is like, brother, if you can't afford it, then just have a good night. Like, you're
Yeah.
like,
Dude, that would be so
why?
cheese,
Like,
man. I'm doing all the work and everything.
So,
Yeah.
exactly.
Crazy.
Like, but if you paid $100 deposit, sat there for an hour, and just left. Like,
Oh god.
But I'm sure you get a lot of. I mean, maybe not a lot, but I'm sure you get. You're like so numb to it because even I've seen like tattoo artists are so. You want them to be just as in love and like attached to your design as you are, but the reality is like. It's piece by piece, right?
Do you really want to tattoo in a memory of someone tattooing you? With a shit relationship between you and the tattoo artist? Think about
Of
it.
course, yeah.
That's
like,
for the rest of your life.
no,
You're gonna
people-
look at the tattoo, you're gonna remember the tattoo less, but more like, oh,
Yeah,
No, it's just a
and I
shit
think
experience. It wasn't genuine.
I think a lot of people I've heard who are like big, like people who have a lot of art on their body.
Yeah.
They often talk about like, they have like one artist or they have a specific price person
relationship
because
with the
they're very connected to like energy matters
Exactly.
towards
Big time, big
right
time.
like I only go to my one person because I feel comfortable with him
Yeah.
or her whatever it may be. So I think like your artist the
dudes
energy
have,
your
like,
artist
their
gives
barbers,
off is super important. But
It's like if you're getting like multiple tattoos, right? You obviously like have your guy, you develop a relationship with them.
yeah.
There's like a whole kind of like, like a community that you build around it.
Yeah,
Tattooing is a community as well, right?
It's a little bit
a whole other thing.
a little bit culty, but it's valid.
But that's what it is. Like people like it's considered an art. They consider whether it's memories or
Yeah.
whatever they want to represent something, right? It's a community kind of thing.
So where are we?
It's sick, dog.
What's that done?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's check this out. One sec. Is it true like Asian East Asian people have the best skin to tattoo on?
yeah. 100%.
It's just like that perfect like canvas yellow white color.
Exactly. It would be them, then it'd be white people, then it'd be brown people. And then it should be going down from there.
Keep going up from there.
Darker the shade,
Yeah.
more the fade.
Yeah.
Darker the shade, more
No,
the
it's
shade. Yeah.
fair.
It makes sense though, right? It's like if you're painting on a black canvas, it just makes it hard, right? See some of these NBA players are like some of these darker dudes, and they're
They
like
don't even
fully
care,
tatted
bro.
out.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I can't even see half your shit. Like, how much? You spend like $40,000 on these tattoos,
Yeah,
and I can
Yeah.
barely see them. They're all half faded, regardless.
exactly.
So what's like next for you after this? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say so like for
you're
you
still
have
super young. You're still doing your thing, right? Like,
Honestly, like for me, the next thing is just keep growing my art, because at this point, I'm not doing tattoos for money. I'm doing because it keeps me sane.
right.
Straight up, it brings me so much peace, so much patience, so much happiness. Like when I do a great tattoo, I go home and keep rewatching my story, like fucking. Straight up.
this guy.
Feels good, man.
It feels like such an
Rush,
amazing
yeah.
feeling. Not only an art
Yeah.
artist can understand what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah,
the best feeling in the world is like doing amazing art on people and just like
Yeah.
You like created this thing, right? From like inspiration, from design, from sitting down with a person and being like, yo, like let's do it this way, that way.
And you know something that kind of like, this is like mad dark that I'm about to say as a tattoo artist, but like people that I've tattooed who are so much younger than me are gonna have my art on their body
Yeah.
and the work that I've done even when I'm dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
fuck.
true. Never thought about that.
That's not dark. That's deep, yo.
That's deep, yo.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And so I'm basically like creating my own legacy every single day while I'm tattooing. So let's say I've tattooed
Yeah.
15, no, not 15, that's kind of illegal.
Kind of legal.
Did you just? I saw your like recent. Yeah.
As long as you're like, you have the parents' consent.
Yeah,
Like, let's
yeah,
say
yeah.
I've tattooed like a 17, 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
18 is fine, but like 17-year-old kid, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm 28. there's 100%, even if like we both live a perfect healthy life, I'm probably gonna die before him.
Yeah.
But that kid is gonna have his art on my body, and then this is gonna
Yeah.
keep increasing. Well, let's say if I'm like 60 years old and I tattoo someone 18 years
That's
old.
right, yeah.
Dude, look at how long my art stays on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Right,
man.
yeah.
It's a good way to think about it. Also,
So-
I think there's another way, like another perspective that I think of is that how many times does a person like now? If I go around and show my art, right, and I talk about, oh, I sat down with the artist and we came up with this. How many times does your piece get spoken about for the storytelling aspect, right? If I have koi fish on my tricep here, like how many times have I told people that, and how many people have asked or complimented it or been like, what is that? What does that mean? You are that memory that made that happen, right?
It's kind of like the same thing with me. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Except for when drunk guys at brown parties come up to me and start getting like half naked in front of me trying to show the fucking tattoo I've done on them.
Oh yeah, yo, tell us about that. 'Cause we were talking about it off camera. So like tell us the viewers that story.
Yo, like so a lot of the time I don't remember people by names or faces.
Fair enough.
Okay, unfortunately, just because like I go through so many people. So one time I was at a party, and this guy kind of recent too. This guy was like, "Yo, what are you saying, bro? Like, remember me and shit?" I was like, "No, bro, I don't know." He's like, "Yo, you done a tattoo on me, bro." I was like,
I love the Brampton accent. That's my favorite.
Tattoo on me, huh? We're all Brampton-man. They're like, "Yo, you done a tattoo on me and shit recently." I was like, "Oh, okay, sick, bro." Like, let me see the tattoo. I don't know the tattoo was on this guy's back. I forgot, right? So this guy like starts stripping, like middle of nowhere, okay? While like there's serious events and shit going on. Like he's like half drunk at this point.
That's
He
great.
starts stripping and starts taking. He's like, "Yo, help me take my shirt off." I was like, "No, I'm not doing that." He's like, "I was like, no, don't worry, bro. Show me a picture. I'll remember. I promise I'll remember." He's like, "No."
He's like,
This guy
"Bro."
did not leave me the whole night. He kept chasing me, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to show his back,
Awkward.
yo?
Yeah.
You're just like standing there. It's like taking him longer than it should to like pull off the shirt, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
"Fuck, bro! Like, what I get myself into?"
And then those ones who like, especially when I'm tattooing at these parties, there's one guy who came. Bro, this guy shakes my hand. Okay, and I'm like, there's like line of people. I do like tattoo at reception.
That's
so
right,
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys noticed.
Yeah.
There's another podcast that randomly talked about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is a crazy idea and stuff." So I do tattoos at reception. Like I literally am a vendor at people that do tattoos. So Singh comes up to me like closer towards the end, and the people only have 30 minutes left on their timeline, okay, to be tattooed, and there's like a line, right? And he's like, "Yo, what's good?" And then he grabs my hand, right? And he doesn't let my hand go. He's like, just keeps telling me random stories.
The Trump.
I was like, "Yo, okay, I get it, right?" Like I don't want to be rude to him and shit at this point because
Like pulling away.
yeah, exactly. I was like, "Yo, I have like other people ready," and he's like, "Yo, what do you mean how other people?" Bro, I'm trying to have a conversation. I was like, and then this auntie are getting heated and shit.
I instantly thought of Babu. Yo. He's like,
That's what I heard,
No,
yo.
I'm telling you, so many of
like,
those
yo,
things actually happen in real life. Because
"What do you
when I-
mean, bro? You mean you got to tattoo me right now?"
Yeah.
Be like, yo, you're not gonna do a full sleeve on me right now?
Yeah, exactly. Bro. Then fans come like they're like, "Yo, will you do like a big like tattoo on you right now?" And this is one time this guy wanted to get his girl's name on his ass.
Yeah.
A guy?
That's epic.
I'm not joking. I don't know if he's trying to fuck around with me, but that actually like he literally comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, let me say, yo."
He's like,
No. Like, the guy from here too wasn't even a student. He was like, "Yo, can I get my girl's name?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem, bro. Just stand in line." He's like, "Yo, I kind of want it like on my butt cheeks, bro." I was like, "What?" I'm not like you're not gonna have your pants down over here. I'm not gonna tattoo you in front of like auntie your shit with your pants down. Bro. Sorry, that's not happening.
It's like,
He's
sir.
"Oh fuck, okay, never mind."
You're like, yo, what do you mean, bro?
I never see this guy the whole night after because when I'm done the event, I go chill with like the people hosting the event. I don't know where the fuck this guy came from.
Bro, he definitely wasn't from that party. He definitely wasn't.
I think he was from the hall next door.
He definitely was not from that party.
Yeah.
He's like, yo,
How late
SinghInks.
you gotta be?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's jokes, man.
Tattoo's done.
Yeah, thank you.
Funny industry, bro. Funny industry to be in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying. You
probably
probably
get
have to be
some
so.
weird-ass people, man.
You probably have to be so like numb and like kind of away from reaction.
Brampton-man, they're too funny, man.
Looks proper, bro.
Bro, Brampton-man when they get drunk are the funniest.
Yeah. I saw.
It's getting bad,
OPA
man.
just
It's getting
happened
bad
recently.
though.
Yo.
I've been to OPA in my life twice, and a long time ago. And both times it was a massive fight.
Bro. Yeah. I go,
And then this time, because I know some of the guys that OPA like follows us on social media as well. So I talk here and there with those guys, and I've had people be like, "Yo, come through. It'll be fun, whatever." Right? I was like, I can't, bro. Every single time there's a massive fight at the end of it. And then I saw it just recently. OPA happened. PK was performing. Everything. I was like, okay, it looks cool, you know. And plus, I think I'm just too old for OPA now.
I think we all are.
I think I'm too old for OPA. And there was a massive fight that happened outside in the parking lot. And I see this Brampton-man, just guys like holding him back. And he's up against the cop. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. It's like, yo, what's really happening, man?
That's crazy.
Guys come there to fight, man, I swear.
Bro, like, so like tattoos are very trendy in our community now. So a lot of these young kids who are either underage or like, you know, like, are just at a point where they want tattoos. And maybe they don't want to quit to it, maybe financial reasons. I don't know what the reasons could be. But yo, so many of these guys at OPA were telling me, because I tattooed a lot of like 18, 19-year-old, like, you know, Brampton-men. And they were like, yo, there were so many people with fake tattoos. I was like, what do you mean fake tattoos?
Fake tattoos.
He's like, yeah.
Oh, those ones that last 2-3 weeks?
All these guys had like these fake sleeve stickers and shit. I was like, that's crazy, bro. This shit was coming to
It's the one that, it's the one that lasts. The purpose of those tattoos is so that you can add something and see if you like it after 2 weeks.
No, I agree, but I think like most of these guys just wanted to get.
Oh no, they want to just for the
They just wanted to. The tattoos look cool, and honestly, like I can't imagine myself without tattoos because whenever I'm wearing turtlenecks and stuff, I feel like a completely different man. So like when I'm like all covered up in tattoos, it really adds a lot to your personality, in my opinion.
It makes you look like
watching
they're doing it to make themselves look cool. Like, let's be real.
I was watching the video just yesterday. He's like, bro, if you want to look sexy and big, like get a tattoo. It was your video, right? It's like look. And the guy was there, like, look how sexy. I was like, yeah.
That's huge.
But it's true though. No, because it brings out like contours. Anyway, let's check this piece out.
Yeah, yo.
What do you think?
Super nice, yo.
Clean?
Yeah, man.
Doesn't clean. It's dope, man.
Like blood and shit coming out.